Hello everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to be going over Bitcoin and generally just crypto and doing an analysis overview of what's happened last week and what's happening this week from what we've discussed, and basically just to recap last week's stream, or just to go over what we were looking at in general. Basically we were looking at this high to get taken out, and we were still continuing off of this trade over here. Sorry, I'm downloading a bunch of stuff, so heads up for the bad Wi-Fi. But we were looking at this 1-to-1 extension, low, high for like this ABC type of corrective move, and I basically updated you guys in the chat saying that I was taking a short from here, and we were also taking profits from our longs from $26,000 liquidity grab up to 28,500 was the target. And that is now complete. And of course, everyone should be well out of this trade at the moment, unless you have like maybe a small amount left in for whatever reason, your own decisions. And I essentially said take the short. We did take profit one already down here at these lows, and stop losses should be at entry. So right now your stop loss should be at entry if you're still in this trade. And if you're not in this trade, well, you're kind of just wondering what to do now. And we'll be going over that at the moment. One thing to keep in mind is that it is the weekend, and I'm kind of skeptical of this price action in general over here. Now, I'm interpreting this in two ways. Number one, we're literally just making a lower high into this order block up here on the hourly chart. And also, do we have any fibs lining up? So the 786, 79, the end of the OTE fib hit, and this is just a lower high before crashing down lower. I am a bit skeptical of this for one reason, and one reason only, because this happened on a Friday and we are entering the weekend. Actually, another reason why I'm skeptical is because we are I guess it's a place where a lot of people would look to short in general, just this zone in. Now that this trend line is established from this high, people will be shorting close to this high over here. Another reason also is because we still have 29K liquidity really close, like super close above us. And I would imagine a lot of people are currently setting their stop losses for this high. I did mention in the chat that this doesn't have to happen. I mentioned to you guys that doesn't mean you should fully close your shorts. It just means that you should, just a friendly reminder, take profit, put your stop losses to entry, secure yourselves. That's pretty much all I said. I didn't say long. I didn't say close your shorts completely. All I said was make sure your profits on your shorts are secured. That's it. And take profit one, not fully close it, because we could just crash down right now after rejecting here this resistance. This is just another point of interest. Again, we've been looking at this for a while. This order block on the weekly time frame, I would act as potential resistance up here, like so. Let's see what else we have. So do it like a fib. 1.272. Interesting. Around that area, not quite. Generally just taking out this, generally just coming up into the zone. It doesn't, like, I would be looking, I'm more interested in this zone in specific than waiting to potentially get front run on 29K liquidity. That's just my point of view, my perspective. So that's all I'm really waiting on at the moment. It's either I'm still in the shorts and it just goes down, or I get stopped out on entry and then looking to re-enter up at this resistance zone up here. That is the game plan, to put it pretty straightforward. Also, another analysis point that I wanted to mention is that I did have this harmonic idea that I'm waiting to see if it gets complete. If we draw it out like this, so this over here around the 786, potentially Monday, Tuesday. I would want this to get hit on Tuesday max. So if we come up on Tuesday here, Monday, Tuesday, I would be looking for a short. Let me also check what fibs line up. Draw some stuff. Yeah, so 786 would be lined up around here, this area. 786, and if we take it from this high, then we have, you know, the lower part of the OTE, the 0.62. So generally, this is just an area of confluence up here. So this is what I'm keeping in mind. And okay, well, Daniel, if you want to short this, if you want to take a trade, what would that look like? Because we want to actually see how we can trade this, not just a pretty chart. That's what I'm here for. It would look like this. So I would set this X level high as the invalidation. If it latches on, so this is invalidation over here. Again, looks like, you know, we might not have enough juice, but it is the weekend. That's why I'm not making any final decisions. And let's say down to 23K. Where would the one-to-one for this be? Yeah. So literally 23K would be very, very clean, very nice. I am generally looking at support zone below. Over here, coming into this imbalance area. The reason why is because I just see that we had a lot of volume in the zone. Right here, again, around 23K. It's not exactly spot on, but it is there. We have these order blocks down here. I have the point of control. Yeah, this is just a nice zone in general. Now it is large because we could bounce here. We could come down and fill out this imbalance over here instead. So that is something that I am, I guess, preparing myself for. Like, you know, if we come down here, we could come down here one last time, take out $22,000 instead. But generally the main trading idea would be something around here. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to take a long here yet. I do have a scenario where this is a justified long, and of course, number one being that we have some strong support around here. Like if we draw fib from low to high, we have the OT, we have, like, you know, we're pretty much around the OTE fib levels in this zone. If we look, we'll see that we don't have really any trend lines anymore. That means we're below. If we come down here, we'll be breaking below this trend line. So some sort of fake out and going up. But if I was to, like, you know, drop all the drawings, if I was just to, like, you know, go off of something super, super basic, and I'm talking like something so easy to wrap your head around. If I'm being honest, I'm really looking at a head and shoulders fake out like this, where we have our, now again, this wick doesn't really exist on any other exchange. I think literally no other exchange has this wick down. So this is the high. So I would say that this is still, you know, intact. We haven't really taken out this liquidity yet. You know, if I'm keeping it really simple, it's something like this, where we just have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then we're going to be coming down for some sort of head and shoulders break over here, and then see maybe some like ranging happening before going up higher to take out these highs and potentially coming up to 34K, 35K zone. So I showed you guys my harmonic idea. I showed you guys how it lines up with this head and shoulders fake out. Another confluence I want to show you guys is just, I have this also Elliott wave count. Now, to be honest, I'm kind of confused about how I should label this exactly, because specifically this zone here, it could be like an A and a B and a C, where you can count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse up, or you can count it as like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A, and then a really like steep B, and then some sort of C, or I don't know. Like, to be honest, it's something. The zone is something. Whether it's an A, B, C, or W, X, Y, it still makes up an A in my book. And then we're looking at some sort of A and then a B and then a C, or W, X, Y right now, because the reason why it's W, X, Y is because this is also a corrective move. It's not an impulse of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to create a C. So it's an A and a B, and then we're going to have a C down here. So that is all I'm really looking at the moment. So something like this. Let's check where the 1-to-1 extension is. Over here, probably if we go to 29K, again, it's still coming out around that 23K liquidity zone. And then we would be bouncing up potentially to our wave C, which where would the target be if we go from A, or yeah, so A, B, C, yeah, if we go like this, from here to here to here to wherever we land, target is going to depend up into this 35K, 36K zone. So let's see what happens. Let's see where we finish, I suppose. 23K, 26, yeah, it's just this whole zone in general is what I'm going to be looking at. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, invalidation for this trading idea would be breaching this low. If we breach this low over here, then this counts as invalid, and I will say that we have completed our larger ABC move up, and now we're coming down for an impulse down to 10K. If we breach this low, I'm not doing anything until 10K. That's it. Simple as that. So yeah, this would be a nice trade. It would look something, I guess, if we go from 23K, risking 15% for potentially 30, for 35. It would look like this. On the grand scheme of things, this is what I'd be looking at. I'm gonna wait until we make either another high or if we fully reject to decide where the fibs kind of land. But regardless, the order blocks are still the same. Look like this. This, like, again, generally just looking for a long somewhere around here in the zone, up until to our target level. So let's see. I would really like another swing failure pattern of the high to come up into 29K. That would be my ideal scenario. Again, just because ideal doesn't mean it has to happen, but it would give us a nice extra short opportunity higher at a better, discount before coming down lower. Yeah, that's really all I'm looking at. I could also look at Ethereum for you guys, but it's the same analysis, except Ethereum is looking a lot weaker locally, just because where Bitcoin goes up to 29K, Ethereum will be making a lower high up here into this imbalance, $1,700 liquidity. Up here, Ethereum retraced a lot more than Bitcoin, so that means that we are farther away from the high, and that means we created an imbalance to reject off of. So yeah, just because Bitcoin is going to potentially break its high from Monday doesn't mean Ethereum will. Ethereum just has a shorter, or at least a closer place to, reject off of before going down lower. So $1,700 liquidity. Gonna look at the daily, we have this order block on the daily chart, 12 hours, what's happening on the 12 hour. We have this large imbalance. And we also have this fair value gap on the 12-hour chart. Let's dig lower. Again, fair value gap, 6-hour chart. Okay, so instead of marking out this large fair value gap, I'm going to do this instead. Because the reason why I do this is because I don't like to be restricted to just a single line on the chart. I'm more relaxed. I like to know that I'm in the trade rather, and like I know that I'm my bias. So I know my bias is set. I know what I'm looking for. I don't need to wait for a super specific line to get hit. I can simply enter in this range because if I look at it like this, my style of trading is I don't really care if I enter here or if I enter specifically like super specific on point here. I really don't care. Like if I get like to the exact, trade entries, I would rather, like, I don't care about risking an extra couple of percent to just guarantee that I'm in the trade and just, know that I can rest easy, I guess, because I guess it's because I'm not going balls to the wall with account, portfolio size, usage, and all this. So that's my idea. That's why I'm looking at this. I'm not really looking at the fair value gap. You could mark out the fair value gap. Yes, it's valid. It is super valid. We could come up and reject off of this exactly, but that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that I'd rather know that I'm in the trade than, I guess, kind of stress about a couple extra dollars if it's going to hit before rejecting. I just want to know that I'm in. That's it. Let's see what fibs line up. Yeah, coming in at around this fair value gap area is the 0.62, the start of our OTE fib zone. And let's see if we get like some sort of super nice. Yeah, so I am looking at something like this. If you guys want to, I guess, take a mental note. Similar to, I don't know if this is a WXYZ. All I know is that this is some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or an A, B, C, D, E, or all I know is that we are getting another low. And we aren't going to be breaching this high before we do so. At least so far. If we contain this high, this is the likely scenario. I have the fib time set for Wednesday, 15th of November. So give or take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of, that week. Could hit this order block. We also have our OTE set up over here. So let's map that out. Let's take the trade, guys. Well, if not financial advice, let's take this paper trade. Something like this. So we front run a little bit. Coming down to 1300. If you want to be conservative, there's your trade. Conservative trade is right here, guys. Take this low, close. That's it. Take profit one, or actually, sorry, take profit one is at this low here. Take profit 2, 3, close. Aggressive. $1,300 liquidity. Let's just say it's the start of this order block. Take profit 1, 2, 3, 4, close around this zone, close this fib level. That's it. Trade of the week, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what happens. We could just drop. That's the thing, but it's the weekend. That's why I'm still holding on for potential take of the Friday high, just because it was made on a Friday and we're ranging next to it on a weekend. Just be cautious. I was looking at Sol as well to take out 25K. So basically these highs over here. So Sol going up to take Solana, going up to take out these highs, rejecting. We are kind of just in a sideways range over here. So now we're just waiting to see what does it want to do. Does it want to take out this low and keep plummeting, or take out low, then take out the high? We have to wait and see. I would prefer if we just go up and retain this liquidity to, I guess, have more reason to wait for a drop. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Bitcoin, again, just waiting to see what happens here locally. Just ranging sideways, nothing crazy. Now, for the people in the group that are still potentially in the short, if we drop, just, same plan, just taking profits around here and then waiting to see if we can secure a long. off the low. For people that aren't in shorts, I would potentially just recommend waiting for this high to get taken out, or just waiting for the long. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a awkward area right now to be taking any trades on. I would really like for us to move up, just because I would like another short at a discounted price, and also to, I guess, just make more money in general. Keep making use of this range. So let's see what happens. Nothing really decisive going on. You guys, I think I've made it super clear what my levels of interest are on all types of analysis, elite wave, psychological theory, whatever, and just like order blocks and liquidity and all this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. How long has this been going on for? I feel like it's super short stream, but I feel like I've given you guys a lot of information. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to leave them in the Discord. I really like it when you guys interact with me. I really like replying to you guys in there, so keep at it. I'm trying to be more active as we go along. So yeah, anyways, enough rambling. Take care, guys. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and wishing you all the best. Bye bye.